You ever ask yourself why you can't find love and you seem to get stuck in this continual spiral of sadness, despair, and loneliness and rejection and disappointment? Not about other people, but in yourself? No? Just me? Well, listen, here's the point. Why do we keep finding ourselves in situations when we can't find the one we love? Have you ever thought, just an idea, that you haven't been looking in the right places? And you're probably saying, well, what does that even mean? Is it because I'm not in the right country, not right neighborhood, blah 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 blah, la da 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 da. What if I told you today's video is another Love Don't Judge video, and the title, as you can see on the screen, might give it away, and that is I'm getting married and having my honeymoon in prison. Now I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what the origin story is, but let's find out together and see why we aren't finding love. And if we did, if you did find love, congratulations. Um, Let me know in the comments down below how long y'all have been married or together, blah 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 blah. So I can be jealous. I will be openly jealous. So anyway, let's get into it.
So this will be my wedding dress that I'll be wearing at the prison. I still don't even know if I can wear it because I don't know if there's no shoulders allowed. Hi, I'm Bronwyn and I am marrying a man serving life. This is his ring that he did.
She said serving life. I thought this was gonna be. I got whiplash again. I was memeing in the beginning of the video, but I didn't realize. I thought this. Okay, slow down. I thought I was memeing because I thought this video was gonna be like, oh, the plot twist is that they were together. He's going to prison for like 2 years. It's no big deal. No, this was in prison for life. What? What could he have done? Like, what did he do? Nah, this is crazy. We need to watch more.
Designed, and there's an engravement on the inside that says forever yours. I'm having my honeymoon behind bars. We need a good lawyer. Some comments that I get are pretty hateful. He's in prison. If he's not loyal, then he's playing on the other team.
What does that even mean? He's in prison. How can he play for the other team? Oh, they're saying he's backing that thing up. Is that what they're saying?
Embarrassing. Seek help.
I've always felt that they should wait to get married.
He could stay in for the rest of his life. There's no set date for his release. The worst thing about it is that we're not free. We are in a jail.
We're not free. Toronto, Canada. Oh my god, what? Oh, I don't like rewinding this early in the video, but this is actually this is like a quality meme right here. I can't believe no one's done this. I'm gonna clip this and post it separately. This is hilarious. What? No. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll get back to the video. Hold on. I got whiplash again. Hold up.
The worst thing about it is that we're not free. We are in a jail.
Canada. We're not free. Okay, look, listen. I'm an American here, right? With somebody with a cultural background of Mexico, right? With a Mexican heritage, and I did live in Mexico for quite some time. I just think like the whole idea of like we're not free. Toronto, Canada. It's just like I don't know what she's gonna finish. Obviously out of context, right? But let's see what she's saying.
It's just a dark and gloomy place to have a celebration. You're limited to what you can do in a maximum penitentiary. We have flowers.
Maximum penitentiary? Hello?
And my wedding dress. I've probably spent around $5,000 to $6,000 on our wedding.
That's actually not that bad. Low key, that's kind of maybe that's the strat, right? When y'all go to prison, so that you have a venue and then you just pay for the rest of it. And since it's prison meals, they're not gonna give you like crazy amounts of. They're not gonna charge you for ramen like that.
So I bought this car for my husband because I want him to be mobile when he comes home. I'm hoping that Justin can get out as soon as possible to drive it, hopefully within 2 to 3, max 4 years. I can't wait till we roll up to functions together in our his and hers Benzes. If anybody thinks that
Benzes?
this is a waste of money, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's my money, not yours. I met Justin through a mutual friend in 2003. I was asked by my best friend to accompany her to visit one of her boyfriends back in the day.
Getting a weird feeling. But Let's slow down. Let's slow down. I just wanted to put this in like last time when I watch these videos. I love these videos, these love to judge videos. But I always like I right now I got a feeling, like a weird feeling. Don't know why. Not trying to judge them. But I just wanted to put it as soon as I felt it in the video so that I'm not the only person. Okay? Just so we're on the same page. I don't want to have the weird feeling something that's not right and then why, you know what I mean? Like say it at the end. No, I'm going to let you know now I'm feeling it at this very moment. So then we can maybe talk about it later.
In jail. And I said, I don't want to have anything to do with that. She did some convincing. I agreed, and then I went there, and the rest was history. He was always very polite. He was trying to get my number, and I was saying no. I was refusing all of his advances. In his mind, he says that this was the girl I want to marry. I think I just turned 18. I didn't.
What?
Then I went there, and the rest was history. He was always very polite. He was trying to get my number, and I was saying no. I was refusing all of his advances. In his mind, he says that this was the girl I want to marry. I think I just turned 18.
Let's see why he's in prison. Okay? Let's see why he's in prison, okay? Everybody slow down. Let's see why he's in prison.
I didn't have any interest to be with
What?
someone that was, charged with a criminal offense. So when we left the visit, I was kind of like happy that we left. I was like, oh, thank God that's over with. He kept calling and calling and calling. And then one day I just gave in and I'm like, all right, like this is annoying. I'll talk to you. And then he started to ask if he could write me letters and I agreed. So it took him about 6 months to actually win my heart. And then I almost immediately fell in love with him. We stayed together for a few years. However, we didn't get to see each other a lot and we just
Wait. So wait. Hold up. We need to rewind this. I think I'm what? I'm misunderstanding.
he was always very convinced, like her boyfriend. In through a mutual friend in 2003. I was asked by my best friend to accompany her to visit one of her boyfriends back in the day in jail. And I said, I don't want to have anything to do with that. She did some convincing. I agreed, and then I went there, and the rest was history. He was always very polite. He was trying to get my number, and I was saying no. I was.
So she went with her friend to accompany one of her boyfriends in prison, and that was him. So that was her girlfriend's ex.
Convincing. I agreed in jail. And I said, I don't want to have anything to do with her, her boyfriends. I was asked by my best friend to accompany her to visit one of her boyfriends back in the day in jail. And I said, I don't want to have anything to do with that. She did some convincing. I agreed, and then I went there, and the rest was history. He was always very polite. He was trying to get my number, and I was saying no. I was refusing all of his advances. In his mind, he says that this was the girl I want to marry.
Oh, this video is getting weird. Okay. I thought they met at a party and then he ended up going to prison and then well, I don't know how I missed that. So they go to prison to visit that guy. He hits on her in front of his girlfriend, trying to get her number and stuff. Is that what maybe there's more context to this, like multiple visits, but this is a rough one. This is rough. I don't like this so far.
I think I just turned 18.
I love the video. Just don't like what's going on.
I didn't have any interest to be dating someone that was, charged with a criminal offense.
So this girl has one of her boyfriends in prison, takes someone that just turned to 18 to go see this guy, and then somehow the prison boyfriend cheats on the last girlfriend by calling and writing another girl, which is her best friend.
So when we left the visit, I was kind of happy that we left. I was like, oh, thank God that's over with. He kept calling and calling and calling. And then one day I just gave in and I'm like, all right, like this is annoying. I'll talk to you. And then he started to ask if he could write me letters and I agreed. So it took him about 6 months to actually win my heart. And then like I almost immediately fell in love with him.
But she was 18 at the time, supposedly.
We stayed together for a few years. However, we didn't get to see each other a lot and we just eventually lost contact. Years later, I was like, well, I wonder what Justin's doing because this relationship kind of sucks that I'm in. And I'm like, that guy was really nice to me. I wonder where he is. 12 and a half years, we had no contact. It's very hard to find somebody in prison, especially when you don't know where they are. And
I am actually speechless. So she was in relationships that sucked. So she said, you know what? You know what? The best boyfriend I've ever had was one that I never saw, really. And he would write and call me all the time because he was in prison for something we don't know about yet.
I started talking to this inmate to try to find out where my husband was. One day he called me and he's like, oh, I know where your ex is. And he's like, and he's single. I'm like, I'll call you back.
And he's single. Yeah, because he's in prison.
Click, wrote him a letter right away. So 2 months went by. I opened the mailbox and I was so shocked, but there was a letter from him. I called him right away and boom, we got engaged 2 weeks later. We have a wedding registry on our Instagram and our TikTok. We've started to receive some gifts, some of the silly little things I asked for, like some lashes. We need these clear bottles when I take stuff into the prison, like shampoo and things like that. Unfortunately, we can't play music. We can't have any banners or any crazy fireworks or anything like that. So today I'm going to be doing a TikTok live and I'm going to read some of the comments to you guys. How do you get married in prison? It's a big process, but
Nah. Is she farming him for content? Is this like, okay, did this take a turn from like, oh, let's become OnlyFans models to doing, no, it starts TikTok dances to becoming OF models to then when you get older, you're like, you know what if I find a husband that's in prison that will never come out so that I can farm him for content?
basically you have to
That's this is like some cyberpunk 2077 stuff, but
get
kind of
approved
a very good strat.
by the warden and several other people from the institution. I almost went to jail for evading millions in taxes, but my amazing lawyers got my charges dropped. That's amazing. Can
That's someone's lying. They're trolling.
you drop his name in the comments because we need a good lawyer. You're amazing. Let's go strong like this. I love all you guys. You guys, again, are my strength. Some of these comments that I get from people on TikTok or Instagram, social media, are pretty hateful. So one in particular, he's in prison. If he's not loyal, then he's playing on the other team. I think it's trauma. It's a fantasy, not reality. But if that works for you, then hey. Oh, you poor thing. I hope you didn't regret the time you've invested in this relationship.
Look. Oh, let's read some of these. I don't get it. Why not just say someone that isn't or has no risk of being incarcerated? That's true. I don't want to watch those TikToks. I look, I'm not trying to judge. But I'm gonna say this. Not a great idea. Unless you're like farming for content, or maybe there's like the parasocial thing. I know I don't know if it's a phenomena or like a fetish. There's like is it phenomenon or phenomena? I think it's phenomenon. I'm assuming it's either a fetish or phenomenon. It's where people are like obsessed with. No, okay. There's a fetish for people who are obsessed with serial killers, like they're turned on by serial killers. And then it's a phenomenon where women like people who've done bad things in prison. And so like there's people who like call prisoners. You know what I mean? Like it's but then again, that might be a fetish too. I don't know. There's two separate things. I don't know which is which. Maybe it's a little bit of both. But I just know that this is like a real, like I've heard something like this before. I've just never seen it or ever seen someone like take it to the next level and get like married.
I've responded to a lot of these on my TikTok. I really want to tell them my genuine answer. And
Oh, what does that one comment say? Hold up.
I've responded to a lot of these on my TikTok. I really want
I think it's trauma, and now you're in a relationship that has a low percentage of hurt, but both physically and emotionally, because he kept behind bars. It's a fantasy, not reality. But if that works for you, it's the same thing that said earlier. You gonna wait for him too? Imagine she could cheat if she wanted to, and then never, ever, 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 ever get in trouble for it. Isn't that crazy? Now that's actually kind of wild. So you have someone who's emotionally invested into you that you can cheat on all the time because they don't know because they're in prison. But she's making all the money? So then what is she? Unless he has money and we don't know that. But no, but he's been in prison for a while now. Maybe he has money. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how it would make sense logically. But then I guess love isn't logical.
to tell them my genuine answer and see if they can see it from my side. Sometimes I do turn their opinions around. Your whole Instagram personality is someone proud for dating a jailbird that can't even support his family because he's behind walls. Embarrassing. You need a real man. I always get comments saying, what can he do for you? What's wrong with you? Seek help. There's a lot of people that
Get help.
ask me to hook them up with prisoners. They're not all built the same. On the other hand, I feel like the love that me and Justin has is a very healthy, real, non-toxic love that does deserve to be shared, because that kind of love doesn't exist anymore. I don't want young girls.
No. I am going to strongly look. If she can think that all she wants, look, I'm gonna start hold on.
Go and be with men in prison just because they think everybody's like Justin. Everybody's not like Justin. I promise you that. I've been there. So babe, how are you feeling? I know our wedding's coming up.
I'll tell you, I'm like excited more than anything, right? Like everything that I said to you 21 years ago is coming to fruition now. I'm excited that finally we're gonna.
He's been in jail for 21 years. Jesus Christ. I don't know how anybody could do that. That's one of the things I've been the most terrified all my life. Even though like I know I never do anything wrong and I never break the law, but that's like one of the things that my parents instilled to me early on, and just like role models in my life is like never ever 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 do anything that puts you in prison, because it's like that's like when your life is over. But the fact that somebody has 21 years behind their behind bars and somehow still has hope for the future is crazy to me. That's actually kind of impressive. I mean, I guess that's the for me, I guess that's like, that's kind of cool, right? I mean, I don't know what he did to get in prison, but I don't want to be sympathetic. I need I need I need to slow it down, right?
I get to be together finally.
I'm a little overwhelmed because I am doing this all on my own, but this is a dream come true. I feel like I'm in a fairy tale and I just can't wait.
You know, you're smart and you're funny and you just are the person that I know I was meant to be with. And
You're smart, funny. He sounds like a Discord. He sounds like he plays Valorant. Isn't that crazy?
never let go of that.
We're so corny.
Love you because you love me so much, you know. I think the judgment that would be most unfair is like, what can a guy in my position have to offer you? I think people unfairly judge me for that because it's not all about material, right?
Right, and it's so hard to explain that to people who've never really been in love, because your love is worth your weight in gold. You know what I mean? I would still be with you over somebody with money that doesn't treat me properly.
How long we've known each other and we never spent the night alone together.
No.
It's so nuts, man. Like, it's crazy.
It is, really, really is.
It shows the strength of our relationship, right?
Fact.
Well, I don't want to be an asshole, but I think I'm gonna be an asshole. We haven't slept together, blah blah blah. It shows the strength of our relationship. In fairness, what else was he gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna keep it a $150. What else is he gonna do outside of working out and fighting for his life in prison? You know what I mean? Like, what else are you gonna do?
They just told me again right now, so I gotta go right
All right, I love you.
Okay.
I'll
All
talk
right,
to
I
you
love
later. Yeah, see, that's what sucks, is that a call could just end just like that, abruptly. So that's some of the consequences of being in a relationship in prison.
So I'm only allowed to have 2 guests at my wedding, and one of them is going to be TJ. She's coming over really soon, and I'm going to ask her to be my bridesmaid.
If I was her and somebody asked me to be their bridesmaid in a prison wedding, at first I would say no because I was like, that's a little. I don't want to be in a picture in a prison wedding. That's crazy. It's a little tacky. I don't want to say like I look. I'm a hardworking middle lower middle class American, but something about like, am I even middle class? Lower middle class? Nah, that's a whole separate conversation. I don't think I am. I don't think I got that kind of money. But even then, I just don't. There's like, I work hard to not be seen in a certain way. Like, I don't want to be seen as somebody who can't provide for themselves. I don't want to be seen as someone in prison. I want to be seen as somebody who's, like, look at me. Like, look at my setup. Like, I take pride in how I look. So, what if somebody were to, not like in a narcissistic way, it's just like I take pride in, maybe it's the machismo. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I just don't want to be, I wouldn't want to be seen in a prison wedding. I don't know if that sounds crazy. Maybe it does, but it's just like, if someone were to ask me, I would probably say no because of like, I spent my whole life trying to not be in prison to just be at someone else's prison wedding. But at the same time, I would probably say yes. Oh, I would say yes because how many opportunities do you ever get to be in a prison wedding? But also, you could also say that you've been to a prison wedding. You know what I mean? Like, two sides of the coin, right? I would probably say no because I was like, no, that's weird. I know my parents would be upset. I don't even live with my parents, but I know my parents would be disappointed in me. They're like, what are you doing at prison weddings? Like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? But at the same time, I'd be like, that'd be so cool, actually, because then I could. It's not my prison wedding; it's someone else's, and I'm just, I was there. I was there.
I've kind of always felt that they should wait to get married until, Justin comes home and they can have, the proper wedding that they both deserve. Your wedding day is supposed to be the most beautiful day of your life, and I just feel that it being in jail for both of them is just very limited. So can I?
It's your wedding and giving birth. That's what I'm told. When you have a child, are like the most beautiful days. She might not even. Well, that's you know what? If she loves him, that's the only way she's gonna get it. To be honest, she can't give birth because he's in prison, unless they did like some come in a cup type deal. But that'll be weird.
I expect an open bar. Are we gonna have dancing? How is this supposed to look?
Oh my God,
Paint
I
this
would.
picture for me.
I would be the first person to have the open bar at the wedding, but we can't have any alcohol. We can't have. I mean, we can dance if we want to, but I don't know if there's going to be music. Maybe the guard will be nice and put on his cell phone for us. I don't know, but it's going to kind of be like, just a very, just close few people together eating some cake and just, giving each other hugs and making some laughs.
What the honeymoon is gonna look like? What do you guys have planned?
Well, we get our own house, which is good. It's connected to there's other inmates staying. I'm gonna just get to see him behind the scenes instead of guards behind him and instead of kids screaming in a visiting room. Yeah. So we're just gonna enjoy every single day as much as we can.
So I want to thank you for changing my brother's life. You have sparked that motivation and drive to come home, and he's gonna have a good home to come home to.
Thank you, TJ. I'm
Wait, that's his sister?
so glad I get to be a part of your guys' family. You have no idea. So TJ, I don't know how this is gonna work because it's a prison wedding, but Justin wanted me to ask you, we've been wanting to ask you for a long time, if you will be my maid of honor.
Yes, I would love that. I would love to do that for you. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, I feel so blessed. I think this relationship works because we have a history. We trust each other. We both have this deep understanding for each other. It's just all love.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. You know, it'd be kind of crazy. She kind of looks like she has that like Kim Kardashian look. Imagine being in prison and being like, "Yeah, I pulled me a Kardashian walking around." Like you've been in prison for 20 years. and somehow you pulled a Kardashian before any of us did. She over here buying him. That's a sugar mama. He put a sugar mama and a Kardashian. Well, according to him. But like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, some of us are doing something wrong. I'm clearly doing something wrong.
It's literally what you see.
Oh
in
my
movies.
God.
If you think that's fake, it's not. It's out there. I know for sure that this is what real love is.
Are they going to show a picture of it? Oh, they're not. I hope they do a follow-up to it. Jesus, this is such a roller coaster of a video. Do I have any like end closing thoughts? I still feel weird about it. Like I said earlier, I just feel like a lot of it seems kind of odd, but maybe they're leaving stuff out on purpose. Kind of disappointed they didn't tell us what he did. Because it could probably be some crazy stuff. If they don't know when he's going to be coming out. And in case for those who don't know, when you say you're serving life in prison, doesn't mean you're like your whole life. It just means a certain term. I think it's like 35 years to 40 years. I don't remember what it is. Or is it 30 years? It's just more of like the whole idea, the premise of that is like your life is pretty much over when you're in that long. You're missing so much that it's basically life is gone. Or you're coming out super old and you're basically spent your whole life doing that. So, I don't know. I guess shit. This is really interesting. I wanted to. I don't know why. I guess I'm having a brain fog, but there was so many things I wanted to say. But maybe I'm just like I want to see how this turns out. I hope they make another video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of all this. Am I being too judgmental? Am I being weird for having a weird feeling? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, and before we go, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1 million by 2025. Bye bye.